This last year has been incredible. Living a life where your time is your own is satisfying in a way that I didn't think possible outside of a Disney movie. Now, at the end of that time, and despite it being part of the plan, I find myself mourning the loss. Still, there's a silver lining in returning to the workforce. Now that we're here and the property is set up, every dollar we bring home goes towards a dream already in progress.
Is this a good idea? Who knows? Come here, big girl. Ah, Griever. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's working! I can't believe it! Oh, keep going! Yeah, the engine started doing that at a point.
It was just a lower, heavier sound of the motor.
Sounded like it was working.
It sounded like it was
hard.
working, yeah. Different than that, right? That's fine now. Okay, so
Adam's probably like, Jesus, guys, some of this work.
Oh.
Did you die?
It died. Oh. I wonder if it's...
What he just did?
On this truck has been good to us.
I think so.
Oh, I mean.
It feels a bit hot though. Oh, the fuel pump's not kicking on.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't hear it. That's probably what it is. Yeah.
The fuel pump does need to be replaced.
Oh, yeah. Replaced.
Okay. One of the rodents forgot. What is she's eating? Something.
Stop. Get your face out. Hey. Get your face out of there. Well, I was going to say, it's not a fancy place to start, but like, this is kind of what we're starting with.
This is our start. I left our hose out like this so it would melt every night and not have the water.
Yeah, make it to, hey.
Definitely don't drink that.
Don't you go down there. Yeah, because the last couple times someone's gone to use it,
Yeah.
these hoses have been frozen, have frozen water
They've
in
been
them.
frozen, yeah. Is that your drool in there already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the other one sits in the shade.
His whole life is just searching for shade.
Uh-huh. Okay, so let's talk about our week. The big project this week is the galley trench. It did okay over the summer, but now that we've kind of gotten into a routine on keeping the trailer clean and
Cooking and dishes.
cooking and, you know, doing all the stuff that we do, it's gotten to the point now where it doesn't drain as fast as we fill it. So something's got to be done about it.
Right.
In an ideal world, we would just tie that thing into the septic and let it bleed out our leach lines and be done with it. But the reason we don't is because that line specifically, I don't know if all modern trailers do this or if it's over a certain size, but in our trailer, the kitchen sink is on its own tank
Right.
with its own drain called the galley. The galley drain is what we're talking about when we're talking about this trench. The gray water is all going into the septic.
Yeah, everything that's the bathroom
Yeah,
goes into the septic. And then everything that is the kitchen,
yeah.
which is a reason why we're having a hard time with like draining, because it's mainly just dishwater.
It's dishwater and grease.
Yeah.
So that's the big project for the week. But there's a few other things that I want to circle back to. The first one being what we're down here today doing is we got our gabions here and we want to top these. We want to cap them with something. Ideally, I would love to pour concrete slabs and have those sit on top of a nice big stone, but it's not really feasible right now because of the weather,
Right.
really.
So we were talking about a wood cap.
So we talked about a wood cap. So
I do think would look nice. I like the mix.
I think it'll look nice. I was down here kind of pre-measuring and trying to come up with how we would attach it to this so that the wind doesn't just carry it away. We've got a few different ideas. You know, we looked at those solar lights that sit on top. They're made for columns and they're $130 to $220 each.
Depending on the grade
Depending
you
on the
want.
grade,
And
yeah.
the size too, like honestly, you see some cool ones that you're like, oh, those look neat. And then when you look at it, it's 4-inch by 4-inch.
Yeah. So something substantial, light concrete. We have some pretty good sized wood.
We do have some thick pieces.
We have some thick pieces. I want to go and take a look. Then we'll size them up. But going back to the solar lights, I don't want to drop $300 on 2 solar lights.
No.
As nice as they would look.
Okay, I was going to pitch, we make solar lights. Like that.
Yeah.
Some real
No, I want to too.
customization.
For
I like that
sure.
idea though. I like the wood topper myself, actually more than the concrete. I prefer that look. And so I'm definitely okay with doing the wood cap.
So they're not even, but 28 by 28,
Yeah.
let's say. And let's say we're going to do a 4-inch overhang on each side. Do you think that's too much?
2-inch, yeah, at most.
2-inch. So if we're at 38, then we're at 42 is what we want.
You said 28.
28, yeah, if we're at 28, then
2 inches
we're
on
at
each side.
32. So 32 by 32 is what we're looking for. Let's go over to our scrap pile and see if we might have to cannibalize our shelves because those are kind of our widest boards. But maybe 2 smaller ones. Okay, let's glue our first one.
What? Already?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna get this guy.
So we'll get the wood glue.
We'll get the clamps. Okay.
Your favorite part. You love it.
Let's just go straight out of the table.
No way.
No. Can't be the big Bessies.
I wish they would have named the big Bessies like Berthas.
Yeah.
Oh, you got us. Oh no, that was a big one. Oh, you're gonna use all 4 on one?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant 2 and 2, so we could have both done.
Oh, I mean, they're just so old. I figured, I just want to make sure
Yeah, no, I get it.
they're gonna stick together.
So we do like 1 today and 1 tomorrow?
Yeah. As we're doing this one for install tomorrow, we can.
Get the other one set up first.
Yeah.
Okay. Girl. I mean, I guess at least it's not yellow ice.
Well, we can't leave it out here to dry. We got to put it in the
In the shed?
shed.
Yeah, because it'll get wet
It'll get too wet.
and frosty. I suggest we pop up that small black table in the shed, like the one that I was keeping the wheel on when I
Yeah.
would let it dry at night.
I'm gonna, if you want to take care of that, I'm gonna just cut the other sides.
Oh, okay. I thought you
So we
finished
don't-
those.
We don't have to use it tomorrow.
No, yeah, that's a good idea. But then we don't want that to set out either.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is cap 1 out of the clamps and not ready to go, but ready for the next step. So this is 3-inch thick by 32 by 32. It's the thickest boards that I've tried to glue so far, and as I was taking the clamps off, I could hear the wood pulling itself apart again. So there's a definite ceiling to the strength of wood glue, and I think I found it. It might be that my clamps aren't strong enough. That's totally fair. Professionals, when they laminate wood, they're using hydraulic presses with thousands of pounds of pressure to be able to get these boards to bind together. I'm using simple Betsy clamp. The type of clamps that I have an increase of force, so it's a 10 times increase. So every pound of pressure that I put on the handle, 10 pounds of pressure I'm pushing inward on the clamp. It is a little more than an average clamp, than like an Irwin or something, but still, they're holding together well enough. I think I might, along the bottom, just do some screws at an angle back and forth just to get these things to cinch together a little more securely. But this is it. So now the next step in this is moving on to sanding it and evening out the edges a little bit and just giving it kind of a little bit of a nicer finish before we linseed oil it so it's a little bit better weather protected down there. But this is heavy. I would say that this thing weighs close to 40 pounds. Each of these boards are probably 10 to 12. So yeah. It's pushing up there. You know, originally when we had decided to go with wood instead of stone, my fear was the winds were going to come up and kick this thing around, but I've got an idea to secure it to the top of the columns, and just the weight that it has inherently, I think will go a long way to making it stable. Anyway, that's the plan. This is going to be the shelf the things sit on, and we're going to sand it down a little bit, even it out a little bit. But while this is getting ready to be sanded, I want this one drying, seeing our clamp. So I'm going to get this one ready first, and then get this thing started on sanding. Okay, so this is what remains of our purple granite. When we were drilling for the well, about 40 feet down, we hit purple granite, and we continued to dig through purple granite all the way down to 305 feet. So we never really pierced through the granite. We just found two cavities with water in them underground, and that's where our well water comes from, is these two. We don't know if they're rivers or lakes, but that's where we got our water from. Anyway, so this gravel is what came out of it. Now it's lost a lot of its purple luster from sitting in the sun all summer and being out here all winter. Hello. Hi. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Go bother mommy. What are you doing? Oh, I know it. You can't be left alone. So we shouldn't need even half of the amount that I gathered, but better safe than sorry. When I was digging through it, there are some clumps that are so hard now that I have to like really bash the shovel against it to get it to break apart back down to the granite gravel bits. So in filling the wheelbarrow up, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna throw some water back into it, mix it up and see what it looks like. And it's got this great texture that's just on the verge of concrete. In fact, I feel like if I had some limestone powder, this would be concrete.
Extreme close up! Wow! Excellent! Extreme close up.
Anyway, so I'm gonna use this stuff to pile up in the middle here. I'm gonna pile it kind of under here on top. In fact, let me get that ready. Oh, I'm recording at an extreme close-up that whole time. Let's put the thing on top and see if we can shimmy it down to level and what it looks like. Actually, you know what? I can already see. I need some more in here. So let me just fill in that gap. Oh no, my spider finally broke. Okay, well, that's lame. That's what they're looking like under here. So they want to come through and pack it. Let's see. Let's see what we're looking like from a distance here. Okay, so we're still too far this way. So that's it. Last week of freedom. You know, in Vegas, I defined myself by my career. There was pride in telling people my job and title. Now, only a year later, what I do for money doesn't really carry the same weight. I live in an aluminum box with a plastic toilet, and yet somehow this place means more to me than the house in Vegas ever did. There's an inherent feeling of working towards something, an achievable goal. One day, years from now, when someone asks me, "What do you do?" I'll get that same sense of pride welling up inside me before answering, "Whatever I want."